right back live in the studios here, programs Viewpoint. Our guest this morning is Richard Sumrall, director of a gym of a library here in Lincoln, Illinois. He's a gym of a director, too, by the way.
Yeah, by the by.
Yes, he is.
Well, and his sidekicks.
Yes. Yes. Got a great staff.
April and Luella across the alley.
Thank you. Thank you.
You, early on in the program, Richard, you alluded to, we told us about our children's programs and so forth.
Yes.
Tell me about the hours of that, and how long will that go on for the summer months?
Well, as far as participating in things,
Thank you.
We have set calendars. They're available through our website, or they're available to pick up in either building at the library that will explain the hours and days of any of the programs that we offer.
I see.
Otherwise, we certainly encourage everyone to come in. We have a wide range of activities ongoing in the library during the summer reading program as well to keep the kids active. So it's pretty much going on throughout June, and we'll wrap up in about the third week in July. It'll go through most of July, and of course we'll have some people on vacation in July, so we'll let them wrap up. So we usually look at it as going through June and July.
Is there a fee for children to join that, Richard?
No, this is all taken care of by the library. You just you have your library card. If you are a non-resident and you don't own property in Lincoln, and you want to check out items, you would purchase your non-resident card. But otherwise, no, that we don't charge any fees.
I think the thrust of what we want to say this morning, Judith, is that our library is not just a repository for dusty old books.
Correct.
It's a vibrant piece of activity in our community, particularly for our youngsters who are up in the summer seasons. They don't have too much to do.
Correct.
So it's young mothers and fathers should think in terms of taking their youngsters to the library. Who knows, might open up a whole new page for them.
Well, I think it will, and of course...
Bad pun. Really bad pun.
Good pun. And actually, look at the cost savings for a family. With your library card, come in and check out 3 books, maybe a couple of DVDs, an audiobook, a couple of magazines, and you'll walk out the door with $50 or $60 worth of materials. Do that once or twice a week, every week of the year, and try and go and buy all of that. It's a wonderful, wonderful way for families to save money.
You can't buy a bound book for $25 anymore.
No, they are trying to break the $30 retail price threshold for your basic best-selling fiction book. They're pushing it hard. The big ones are really pushing $28.95, $29.95. $30 retail for the biggest fiction authors is coming sooner rather than later.
Do you think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot?
Well, I think it is going to, I don't want to say hasten the demise of the printed book, but we have to be realistic. When they can put it on a computer and then you can just put it on your tablet or your device instead of using all that paper for all those pages, I think they're really looking to going toward a different publishing medium.
You know, Richard, you mentioned earlier on the break that we wanted to discuss a couple of grants, and I want to get to that before we, and then I want to kind of mention the visually impaired, what services you have for them too.
Wonderful, because we do have several
and
things.
I think that's very important, because it's pretty important in my family with my wife's being visually impaired, and I know she uses a lot of talking books. And that's it. She's read, quote, read more books in the last 6 months than she's read in 6 years, you know, maybe.
There you go, there you go.
But to business at hand, the grants that you wanted to discuss, let's go to there.
Yes, I appreciate that. We have been fortunate to receive 2 grants here in the last several weeks we applied for. You're probably aware of Integrity Data, the business in Lincoln. We applied for an Integrity Data community giving grant, and we received one for $1,200. And our intention is to buy a brand new laptop computer, a brand new mobile projector that you hook it up.
Ooh.
And we're going to give all kinds of presentations visually up on the large picture screen on how to use our online card catalog, how to use our ebooks service, how to set up your own email account, how to complete an online job application. And it's our hope to not only offer these at the library, but take it on the road. They're very small devices, but they're very powerful. I don't know that we could have done this without the generosity of everyone at Integrity Data. It's an incredible program over there.
Well, hats off to those folks,
so
too.
Yes,
that's
amen.
going to be wonderful. We also applied for a Back to Books grant through the Secretary of State, State Librarian Jesse White in the Illinois State Library, and we received that. So we've been given a $5,000 Back to Books grant, and we're going to have a grant program called Fix It Lincoln, and we're going to spend $5,000 updating and improving our collection on books that tell you how to repair, maintain, so many different things in your life. Automobile, lawn care, clocks or watches, lawn mowers, anything, washing machines, anything when people come in and say, I have a broken or a busted whatever, do you have a book on how I can fix it?
Oh, dear.
We're going to buy $5,000 worth of books to do that. We're very excited about this. Secretary of State White did a great job of, getting libraries that money, and we were fortunate enough to be selected for a $5,000 grant. So fixing things, repairing things, extending their life, that's a big deal in everyone's life.
Yes.
And it is our intention to upgrade that collection and make it even better than what we have now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's just,
It's going to be a good one. We're really excited about this one. Once we get the entire collection, we'll have a little finding aid to give to people. We'll even have an open house or something later on, invite the public to come and look at them and let people know what we're doing. But it's very important in these difficult times when times are tough for people, unemployment is higher than anyone would like it to be. Sometimes you just need to fix something to extend the life a little before you go out and expend money to buy something new. And that's where we come in.
That is a wonderful service.
Judy and Jim, this speaks to the fact that we have a proactive management at the library, as opposed to just sitting back and waiting for something to, let's see, this is a good idea, let's try this. We applaud you for what you're doing out there in seeking out other ways to serve our community rather than just have the great books which we have
Thank you.
up there.
We appreciate that because we are proactive. We know there is a need for those two grants. People need to learn how to complete an application online. They need to understand that they do need an email account these days to complete an online application. We have public access computers in the library. So many people are coming in now to fill out online applications and to make copies of their weekly or biweekly check stub, to get their W-2s, because so many businesses, to try and cut back and save money, they really don't do paper checks and those kind of things anymore. They deposit your check into your bank account. You come and open your account. You get your copies there, and you're on your way. Well, not everybody knows how to do that, and that's what we hope to do with the Integrity Data Grant, is go step by step, let them watch on the screen, and learn how to do these things.
Now we have, and I didn't realize this until Jean's eyes went south on her, we have a fair number in our community who are, quote, visually impaired.
Correct.
And there's a lot of help for those folks out there, which is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Tell us what you do there at the Lincoln Library to help those folks in that category.
Yes, we take that very seriously. When I came here in 1991, the Eagles Auxiliary here in Lincoln had taken a leadership role in donating significant amounts of money to help this library really establish a large print book collection. So those ladies did a wonderful thing to help us. We have a wonderful large print book collection that we buy new large print books every month. We keep up with the latest fiction, the latest nonfiction, like everyone else. That's one of the best things that we have for the visually impaired. If you are having difficulty reading the large print, that's when we go to the audiobooks on CD. We go to our online service, Library on the Go, which is the e-books and the downloadable audiobooks, which you can do. We're also a conduit to Mid-Illinois Talking Book Program and the National Book Program with the federal government. If you get things from either of them, you can just drop it all off at the library. We'll send it back for you, no problem. We can have things sent to us if you prefer to do it that way. So we have several different opportunities for people who are starting to get vision problems. They can read the print okay as long as it's a little larger, or maybe they can expand the size of it on their electronic device. And we have resources available if it's just become too difficult to visually read the print, and now you are moving over to listening.
Another thing that you do service-wise is if someone hears of a book that they want and it doesn't happen to be in the local library, you can get it from others with whom you have a relationship.
Absolutely. That's one of the very best services that we offer. We belong now to the Illinois Heartland Library System. We used to belong to Rolling Prairie, and
Right.
people have heard Rolling Prairie.
Sure.
The Illinois Heartland Library System's online database is now the largest library consortium in the United States.
Wow.
So when you go to our website at lincolnpubliclibrary.org and you click Search Library Catalog, that's the online version of the card catalog. You're not only searching our library, you're searching the largest library consortium in the United States.
Really?
So we are very fortunate here to have that opportunity. We set you up with your account, your little PIN number, your secret PIN number. You go in, a couple of clicks, and that book may come from Alton, Carbondale, Effingham, wherever. It will be sent to you to our library. We call you or email you to come pick it up, and then we send it back. It's an extraordinary service. It's very easy to use. You'll just click Search Catalog in the main menu and just go on your merry way and have a ball with it.
You bet.
You know, I want to really emphasize your website again, lincolnpubliclibrary.org.
All one word.
Yes,
That's
all
correct.
Yeah, all run together.
Yes, and when
Lincoln
you go
Public
there,
Library,
yes,
period, O-R-G.
That's right. And when you go there, that gives you access to all of the information about the library, the free databases that you get with your library card. We've mentioned some of them. It's worth mentioning that you do have free access to World Book Web, which is an expansion of the World Book Encyclopedia. Wonderful resources for parents and children on there. You get a wealth of information on our website, and we invite everyone to go there and take a look. But clearly one of the most outstanding features is the online card catalog and your access now to the largest library consortium in the country.
You know, Judith, I've been making a list of books I want to read when I get old.
Okay.
Well, I'm not there
We'll
yet.
go with that.
That's going to be. But anyway, I do.
I don't think you'll ever get over
But that's
that.
a great source for those of us who want particular books. And I have a list of gosh, I must have with 20, 25 books that I jot down that I want to be sure and read.
Well,
There it is.
Yep.
Now, Richard, there's another service that you perform here at our library for the community. And on the north wall there on the east side, you have all these newspaper publications. And you've got them all categorized, various newspapers from around the community. Would you speak to that just a minute, sir?
Let's see, the out-of-town newspapers?
Yes, the out-of-town newspapers that you
Yes.
have there. You've got them all filed, and
Yes, we do.
People can come in there, and if they want to see the Peak and Times or whatever it is.
Yes, we have most of the central Illinois, the larger community. We carry Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Chicago Tribune, and then of course we carry Peoria, Decatur, Springfield, places like that.
You used
Very
to carry the
popular
Tribune,
service.
but it's somehow you can't get it downstate. Anyway, it's
You can get
not.
it, but it's late.
Well, it's not near the newspaper was anyway, so it's
Well,
no big loss.
Yeah, that's what the readers tell me. And unfortunately,
Soapbox
we
comment.
used to get the St. Louis paper, but
Yes.
they won't mail it anymore this far up. So
Yeah. Well, the newsprint field is changing, has changed, and it will continue to change dramatically.
yes,
And one of these, we're faced with a situation right here. The Couriers are part of a greater Gatehouse Publications, and they're a big conglomerate. Used to have a paper published here in town. I'm not even sure where it's printed now, whether it's printed in Peoria or Springfield.
that's a good
It's
question.
difficult to get local news timely because of that situation, just the way it is.
Yes, yes. I mean, when you go to their website, it's usually
Yeah.
there like it is with the other online newspaper. Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah. Well, happily, we have two electronic. We have the Daily News and the Logan County Herald. That helps.
Yes, yeah.
Would you like to sum up in any particular thing you'd like to sum up with, Richard, before we yield to the clock?
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to talk with all of you this morning and come and update the community on where we are at the library. We are committed at the library to helping the community with their individual issues in their lives and the community as a whole. Please stop by and talk with us if there's anything going on in your life that we may be able to help you with. We're committed to parents and children, families. We're committed to helping people find new jobs, understand how to go about resume writing, anything. Please stop by the library. That's what we're here for.
Thank you
Bless
very
your
much.
heart.
Richard Sumrall, director of our Lincoln Public Library. I always try to find a quote that apropos of the subject matter of the morning. I have one which may refer to all of us, Never lend books. Nobody ever returns them. The only books I have in my library books are the books that people have lent me.
Yeah.
Thank you for Viewpoint.
Thank you so much.